112 million years ago, in what is now the Sahara Desert, a river cut through a humid, forested floodplain teeming with fish, crocodiles, and giant predators. Among them stalked a creature built like no other hunter of its time, a dinosaur with the skull of a crocodile, the claws of a butcher, and a sail rising from its back like a fin cutting through still water. Its name is Suchomimus, the crocodile mimic, and its fossilized bones, unearthed from the red sandstone of Niger, would rewrite what scientists thought they knew about how dinosaurs hunted, fed, and lived alongside water. This is the story of that discovery. In 1997, an expedition led by American paleontologist Paul Sereno of the University of Chicago traveled deep into the Tenere Desert of Niger to a remote fossil locality known as Gadufawa, a Tuareg name that translates, fittingly, to the place where camels fear to go. There, in the rock layers of the El Ras Formation, Sereno's team uncovered something extraordinary. A large, long-snouted theropod skeleton that was roughly 65 to 70% complete, an almost unheard-of level of completeness for a predatory dinosaur of this size and age. The specimen was catalogued as MNN-GDF 500, housed today at the Musée National du Niger. It included a nearly complete skull, a long neck, much of the spinal column, forelimbs with massive claws, and hind limbs. Enough material for Sereno and his colleagues to reconstruct with real confidence what this animal looked like in life. The formal scientific description was published in 1998 in the journal Science under the name Suchomimus tenerensis, crocodile mimic from Tenere, a name chosen because its long, narrow snout, lined with conical teeth, so closely resembled that of a modern gharial or slender-snouted crocodile. To understand Suchomimus, you have to start with its skull, because everything unusual about this animal is written across its face. Unlike the deep, box-like skulls of Tyrannosaurus or Allosaurus built for delivering bone-crushing bites, the skull of Suchomimus was long, narrow, and low, proportioned almost exactly like that of a living, fish-eating crocodilian. At the very tip of its snout, the jaw flared outward into a small rosette, packed with the largest teeth in the mouth. The teeth themselves tell the same story. Rather than the serrated, blade-like teeth of a typical meat-eating dinosaur, Suchomimus had teeth that were conical, smooth-edged, and slightly recurved, a shape ideal for gripping slippery prey, not slicing through flesh and bone. Paleontologists count somewhere in the range of 100 or more teeth lining its jaws, far more than most large theropods carried. When the upper and lower jaws closed together, these interlocking teeth would have formed an effective trap, a structure built to snatch and hold, much like the jaws of a modern gharial snapping shut on a fish. A raised ridge of bone ran along the top of the snout, likely supporting a small crest or ridge of keratin in life, a feature seen in several of its close relatives. Suchomimus was enormous. Estimates place adult individuals at around 11 to 11.5 meters in length, roughly 36 feet, with a weight estimated between 2 and 5 metric tons, depending on the study. That makes it comparable in size to Tyrannosaurus rex, though built along an entirely different blueprint. Running along its back, from the shoulders to partway down the tail, the vertebrae carried tall, blade-like neural spines, some of the longest relative to body size of any known theropod. In life, skin and connective tissue likely stretched over these spines, forming a low sail or ridge along the spine, a hallmark feature shared by its close relatives in the Spinosaurid family. The exact function of this sail is still debated among paleontologists. Proposals range from temperature regulation to visual display for attracting mates or intimidating rivals, to simple structural support for powerful back muscles. Suchomimus also carried its body differently than most large predatory dinosaurs. Its forelimbs were unusually long and robust, and its center of mass sat further forward, suggesting a posture that may have been more horizontal, with the head held low, a stance well suited to scanning the water's surface for prey. Perhaps the most striking weapon Suchomimus possessed wasn't in its jaws at all. It was on its hands. Each forelimb ended in 3 clawed fingers, and the thumb claw was enormous. In the type specimen, the largest claw measured roughly 30 centimeters, or about a foot along its curve. This is among the largest hand claws ever documented in a theropod dinosaur. Combined with its powerful, elongated forelimbs, these claws would have made devastating tools for hooking and pinning slippery, struggling prey, pulling a thrashing fish out of the water the way a grizzly bear rigs salmon from a river, rather than the grip and tear approach used by tyrannosaurs. Every line of evidence from the skeleton of Suchomimus points toward the same conclusion. This was a predator whose life was tied closely to rivers, lakes, and floodplains. Its long, narrow, crocodile-like snout, its conical, non-serrated teeth, its powerful hooked claws, and its comparatively short hind legs relative to a fast-running predator like Allosaurus, all of these features converge on one lifestyle: an ambush fisher. Rather than chasing down large land animals, Suchomimus most likely waded along riverbanks and shallow waters, watching for movement beneath the surface, then striking with a fast sideways snap of the jaws or a swipe of its clawed hands. A hunting strategy strikingly similar to that of modern crocodiles and large wading birds like herons. This isn't just speculation. Fossil fish scales and bones have been recovered from Spinosaurid sites across Africa and South America, and isotopic studies on related species have shown chemical signatures consistent with a semi-aquatic lifestyle and a diet rich in fish. While Suchomimus almost certainly wasn't a picky eater, it likely scavenged carcasses and may have opportunistically taken small dinosaurs when the chance arose. Fish appear to have formed the core of its diet. Suchomimus belongs to a remarkable group of theropods known as the Spinosauridae, a family of large, sail- or ridge-backed, crocodile-snouted predators that thrived across Africa, Europe, and South America during the Early and Mid-Cretaceous period. Its closest relative is Baryonyx walkeri, discovered in England in 1983 from a specimen known as NHMUK R9951, held at the Natural History Museum in London. Baryonyx was described in 1986 and was, at the time, the first Spinosaurid ever scientifically recognized, its enormous curved claw giving the genus its name, which means heavy claw.